I did the same, honestly. I just wolfed down some McDonald's.
I had some leftover 7-Eleven pizza. We eat so healthy, don't you and I?
Oh, dude, that's just how it is with 9 to 5, lifestyles.
9 to 5 boys. That is what we are, and welcome everybody to the podcast. Hello, that is an intro right there. A little more plotted.
Yes.
Let me actually. I hate to do this. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna go plug my phone into the charger because I'm going out tonight. And I want to die.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's fine.
We're back. All right. We're gonna cut that another video. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see.
Your master editor and masturbator will figure that out.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
So, what's the week been like for you, man? What you been up to?
It's been pretty good, actually. Bit more busy than usual. Like, I started a new series on Amazon Prime, Gen V.
Oh, the new Boys spinoff. Yeah, I haven't seen any of that yet. How is it?
It's pretty damn good. I was kind of like half hesitant on a spin-off series about the boys, but like honestly, it's surpassed my expectations. It's been really good so far.
Oh shit, nice. Hell yeah. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, no, it's really good. And I finally saw this week Black Klansman.
What'd you think, dude?
Fucking incredible. Oh my god. Dude, that cut to like raw footage of like the Charlottesville riots, and all that shit, just like it was a shock to the system. It's like, damn, like everything they were worried about like back in the day like happens now. It's like insane.
Yeah. It's I like that juxtaposition. That's typical Spike Lee shit. You know, he'll have something good to say. Yeah, it's a phenomenal film. I mean, great camera work, great story writing. What's his name? John David Washington?
John David Washington, yeah.
Yeah. He's like really good in it. I think he's really good in everything he does. He takes after his father. Speaking of the Washingtons, I just saw Remember the Titans for the first time.
Oh hell yeah.
Which is such a really like gas movie. I didn't realize. I should have seen it sooner. It's like you really believe that like it's such a funny progression of like not funny, but it's just such a well done progression of like where like the movie starts out and all the people are like in that town are like we don't want them in our team and our schools, send them back to where they came from. And then like by the end of the movie they're like, that's my brother, all right? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy to me. It's funny. You also under the weather? I had to mute myself to cough.
Yeah, no, it's some fuck shit, man.
I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I've been a little under the weather. It's not COVID, I tested, so
Same.
tested negative for that.
My mother had me tested. I don't have COVID.
Coughing all over the mic though, so
Yeah, no, you're good.
coughing all week, man. It sucks. I've been sick since last Thursday, man. Since Friday. It started on Friday because I guess I caught it on Thursday, maybe. I don't know from where.
Yeah.
Just when I get, it takes like weeks for me to get better.
Probably from something, you know.
Well, it's like I'm sure I could point to two things. It's probably like a bit of allergies, and it's also like a bit of. I also haven't gotten my flu shot, but that's because I don't have my medical insurance card yet, and I need that shit. Work has not sent that to me yet, and then
That's some bullshit.
it's kind of worrisome because I need to get it renewed by like November 10th for credentialing stuff, but I haven't gotten stuff in yet. I'm sure I could push it to the last minute. I think I did that like last year.
Procrastinate for the win, baby.
That's how adult life is. I always push stuff to the last due date, deadline, whatever. Which usually works out. I'm always trying to be mindful of stuff. I remember shit by putting it on my fridge. Like my registration for my car. I remember that shit because I put it on my fridge. I remember like when to pay like invoices for tolls and stuff. Yeah.
On a side note, I don't understand this Titans trilogy at all. First, there's Clash of the Titans. Then there's Wrath of the Titans. Then there's Remember the Titans. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, I'm a little confused. It was a confusing end to the trilogy.
Yeah, it's like talking about football. Denzel Washington's there. Like, what the fuck?
It's like, yeah, and like the main focus is racism, and it's like, you know, it's a well done movie. It's like really.
Yeah. Where the fuck did Liam Neeson fuck off to? Like, what?
Yeah, no, for real, dude. What is he doing? But speaking of shows, I just started today the new season of Loki.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm already enthralled with because I love I loved the first season. I think like the Loki show, in my humble opinion, is the best of the Marvel shows. I think it explores a really interesting topic. I think it's really fun and quirky, and it really shows us a lot more of Loki, which is cool. We haven't got to see much of that in the movies. Um, yeah, it'll be cool. I'm a little curious about what Marvel's gonna do with Jonathan Majors now. Uh,
Well, like apparently in recent news, like this is just like the news that I heard about it, but that he was accused of domestic abuse and that the person accusing him might not actually be telling the truth. So
oh shit! Well, wow.
yeah,
Man,
so that's gonna be interesting. The fact that like people were ready to drop him like a sack of potatoes, and then like lo and behold, she might have lied, and then he comes back and is like, guys, the fuck.
yeah, yeah, it might be. I don't know. It's always a weird situation to have to handle.
Yeah,
Because there is like the. I think after the Me Too movement, people have gotten very concerned over that sort of shit,
yeah.
which they should be
Well,
if it's
yeah,
like legit,
obviously, yeah,
if
because
it's legitimate. But like,
yeah,
you know, um,
but it leaves room for like anyone out there to like say something that didn't actually happen, but make it everyone else think that it actually did happen, and that's wrong for two reasons. One, it's putting victims back in the shadow because like if it comes out that this person was lying the whole time, then it makes actual victims of domestic abuse and that kind of violence like unable to come forward and speak up and actually be believed.
it's
Which
hard to like, yeah, it's hard to be believed. It creates this
yeah,
culture of like of mistrust and and so that's bad.
yeah,
Um, yeah, pretty horrendous.
yeah.
Um,
So I'm all for with believing all victims and whatnot. However,
mhm.
pursue that with evidence and whatnot, and let the conviction tell who's wrong and who's right.
Totally, totally. Danny Masterson gotten
Yeah.
10 years, or
No, he
I
got
don't know how
30
many
years.
years.
30 years.
30 years. Oh shit,
Yeah.
I was undermining that. It's like
30
because
years for 2 counts of rape. Like that's a fucking win. If anything.
that's a dub.
Shit.
Um,
And also, like, that's another thing that like he's fucking guilty because like the fact that everyone in Hollywood knew that this fucking guy was a creep. And like people were
mhm.
calling him out subtly here and there, like Conan O'Brien, for instance. And everyone fucking knew, but they couldn't do anything about it because there was no like victims to speak out or do anything about it. And now, lo and behold, justice has been served because
Yeah,
two people, were brave enough to come forward and actually like tell their story.
yeah, and so yeah, it's I don't know, it's all very complex, and so I don't. Has there been any determination, on like on the verdict of like Jonathan Majors of that case?
I don't actually know. Honestly, I probably should look into it more. So I've just been caught up with like major news in the world, like
Well, yeah, there's some major stuff going on right now. It's kind of crazy.
yeah, Palestine and Israel not having fun right now. They are the worst of enemies right now.
It's been bad for several years, like for years, but
Yeah,
this bad and like
and from my understanding is that Hamas is like a militant group that formed to help Palestine by fighting against Israel, and they took an opportunity in a dysfunctional government in Israel because the fucking cabinet there didn't know what the fuck they were doing, so they weren't paying attention to anything.
mm-mm.
So lo and behold, essentially a bunch of I guess you can call Hamas terrorists. I mean, I guess at this point because they slaughtered innocent people, so yeah, you can call them terrorists.
Yeah, that's terror for sure.
Yeah, they killed like 1,000 people over in Israel, and this is like the biggest like killing of Jews since like the Holocaust. So
Jesus, man, it's
yeah,
and yeah, and I mean, that's
which
like bad.
it's complex because it's hard not to feel bad for Palestine because they are essentially living in like an apartheid s government under Israel, one of the
Yeah,
most powerful nations and armies in the world.
yeah,
So, but the fact that it was a group like Hamas that just slaughter innocent people as like a way of saying, "Hey, fuck you, we're not going to take this shit anymore." But then knowing damn well that Palestine is going to get fucking bombed into the Stone Age.
Yeah,
I mean, it's happening right now. Like,
the
it's
reaction,
insane.
the reaction that Israel's taken is I don't know if that's good. It's understandable.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good either. I don't
Like,
really
you
know how to.
understand it, but you don't justify it. That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think killing on either side is like a bad thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think killing, especially killing innocents and children, which is like what Israel's doing now too, is like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think just in general, like, large, endings of lives, is just terrible, regardless.
Bad move.
Yeah, it's bad optics. Really bad optics.
Very bad optic.
Yeah. I mean, the fucking discourse online is interesting. Like, you got a bunch of, like, Muslims in Sweden, because, there are refugees there. They're fucking saying death to the Jews, death to Israel. So that's interesting.
A lot of this too is like it is based within just religious bias and
Yeah.
xenophobia on both sides, which is like
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then you probably have like people on fucking Twitter, having hot takes on this because they're right wing weirdos, so of course they're gonna say death to the Jews as well. So that's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's
Not that we condone that. I'm just saying death to the
not
Jews
that we
because
condone that.
of
we
what
need to stress this.
their mindset is. Okay, that's just how it is. YouTube, Susan, they'll fucking get us in trouble for reporting the news. Okay.
Yeah.
We the 9 to 5 boys do not condone, violence against people.
Anybody,
like
killing of anybody.
Yeah, violence against anybody.
I don't care who it is, man. Don't do it.
Yeah,
it's
don't do it.
I don't know. It's all kind of fucked, and it's been fucked. I mean, that's the hard thing. It's like,
yeah,
they're both wanting the same thing. One of them's definitely got a certain advantage.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which like makes it a little hard. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
because that's the problem. Like most Americans want to take sides, and granted, I fall into that sometimes too, which is hard. But when you look at anything going on in that side of the world, it is complex bullshit you can't solve overnight, and damn well they're not going to listen to anyone else but what they're going to think and do. So especially since they've had the same problem of like conservative weirdos taking positions of power and doing heinous things to other people.
Yeah, like I don't know, it's all just escalating too, which is like concerning because now we're getting all more involved in shit, and I wonder how much more involved other countries are going to be. Like, there were a couple other countries that are not friends of America that sided with Palestine, so it's like, whoops.
Yeah. God.
You worry and you wonder. That's all I do. I just worry and wonder.
Yeah, no, aside from catching up on news like that, I've also been reading a little bit more. I'm finally almost done with the graphic novel From Hell.
From Hell, okay.
Yeah. To the viewers out there who don't know the graphic novel, it is a graphic novel written by Alan Moore, the great Alan Moore, and it is the retelling of the Jack the Ripper killings of 1888.
Oh, wow. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, they go outright and put, like, an actual, like, face to the killer, Dr. William Gohl, who actually was a suspect in the case way back in the day.
Okay, gotcha. So there's some historical accuracy.
Exactly. Oh, insane historical accuracy. Like, pinpoint. Like, it's crazy.
Bet.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They have, like, this whole story in which, like, all the victims are actually part of a conspiracy to, reveal an illegitimate child to a member of the royal family. And so, obviously, they send the royal physician, Dr. William Gohl, to deal with the situation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, no, and it's the one chapter that was the hardest to probably read through was probably the Mary Jane Kelly killing, because that was the fifth and final victim of the killer, and it was the most brutal attack. So I fucking knew from this visual style they went with in the graphic novel they were going to show everything, and fuck me, I still wasn't prepared for it.
Wow, that's
yeah,
that's intense, because like a graphic novel you can show that sort of thing while you're describing it simultaneously, which is like
yeah, and don't do it, viewers, but if you go on to the Wikipedia page of Jack the Ripper, you can actually find exactly what I'm talking about. They have her fucking crime scene photo there on Wikipedia, and it's actually insane to me that it's still up there.
Oh, really? Is it like just it's a really brutal dead
Let me just put
body?
it this way. That is not a human being you're looking at. That is how defaced this corpse is.
Jesus, dude. He must have like let out all his anger and stuff.
Oh no, this was all post-mortem, so like he literally just like removed several parts of flesh, like just completely dehumanized this person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's fucked up. But it's a good read, honestly. Aside from that, it's a good fucking read.
I haven't been reading at all recently. Um, I've just been trying to watch TV, watch shows, go places. I haven't been really. I want to get. I want to. I have so many books on my shelf that I haven't touched. I want to touch them and read through them. Um, uh, yeah, I just haven't been as active in that recently. Um, that's cool, man. I
Yeah.
think it's always interesting to read about that sort of stuff. You wonder about it. It's you wonder what made that person, and then like I like hearing about like really old unsolved crimes that like people still talk about to this day.
Yeah.
It's like because the forensic sciences back like 100 years ago were absolute shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They didn't have anything they could go off of, and so like I'm sure solving crimes back then must have been so hard.
Yeah, 100%. It was just all about like talking to people, finding, who's at the right place at the right time and just kind of deducing from there. Like it took a intense level of skill to really comb an area and really put together like, what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like nowadays it's so much easier with forensics and whatnot, but even then it's still like, chancing, it.
Totally, yeah,
Yeah.
totally. It's not an exact. It's not like a perfect, but
No, because the
you
science
know.
is sound for the most part, but it's also because they rely too much on the science that they kind of lose the human quality of it. Like trying to
Uh-huh.
really, map out, every aspect of the crime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, I'm not a detective, nor are you, so I'm just kind of, putting my 2 cents into it.
I never studied it. I don't know the exact. I'm not an expert on it. Don't ask me.
No, I watch enough, crime TV that I kind of know what I'm talking about.
I've watched enough CSI Miami back in my day. I
Exactly.
don't. That shit was like a popular show, bro.
Yeah. No, and it made
Crazy.
honest sense. Like it made more sense than like, uh CSI Las Vegas. I mean, Vegas is crazy for sure, but I mean, this is Miami. This is Miami, Florida. Of course some crazy bullshit happens in Florida.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Uh I did lean a little bit towards like CSI New York, I think, but that was only cuz like, Gary Sinise was in the show and Gary Sinise is a fucking king.
He is a king, dude.
Yeah.
Love that cat. Oh yeah, he was CSI New York. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, I've also been listening to some music here and there too.
Oh yeah, well I gotta talk about the. I listened to "Wish You Were Here Yesterday" by Pink Floyd, dude. I want to
Yes.
talk more about that shit. That was like that record was crazy. It was like real like "Have a Cigar" is really funky, which is like out of nowhere, and then like
Yeah.
"Shine on You Crazy Diamond" parts like 1 through 9. Like I like how the first half is at the beginning of the album, and then the second half finishes off the record, and it's like
Yeah.
um yeah, it was crazy. And then like the title track always makes me cry. I love that. I love that track so much.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
Yeah, because the whole album is just basically like. So here's the setting, okay? Pink Floyd, back in the mid 70s, came out with Dark Side of the Moon, their magnum opus, their greatest work in music history that everyone has bought a copy of. Literally everyone in the world has heard of Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd.
Hmm.
And they thought to themselves, well, fuck. How the fuck do we top that? How do we top it with another album that has that same level of like power and movement? And so they got to work. This is around near 1975. So they're in the studio working. Actually, funny enough, I think the same studio in which the Beatles actually recorded Abbey Road.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like literally 3 doors down from like, that exact, recording studio they worked in.
Wow.
So, they were working on the album, and they thought, well, why don't we just pour our feelings into, like, the music industry and, like, kind of look back on, like, where we started and how we got here. And lo and behold, that's what the whole album is. Basically, Shout on You Crazy Diamond is a shout out to their founding, band member, Sid Barrett.
Roger Sid Barrett, yeah, dude.
Exactly. Who captured the essence and sound of Pink Floyd. Everyone else just kind of dug what he was putting down and just followed along.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliantly, honestly. Like, David Gilmour.
Their first 2 records are kind of insane, dude. They're like wicked experimental.
Yeah. No, it was fucking insane. That's what happens when you have like tons of rock and roll and acid in your spare time.
Yeah, exactly, dude. But he did so much acid, he like twisted his mind, right? So like,
exactly. Sid Barrett was worried that the music was going to get too commercial back in the day when they first started, and so he took a bunch of acid and then completely fried his brain to hell. So he couldn't play, he couldn't perform. So they had to let go of him from the band in order to actually pursue fully Pink Floyd in their stellar career. And so yeah, Shine on You Crazy Diamond, both the first half and the second half, it's, wraps up the album in one little bow, is all about him. Mm-hmm. Then the other tracks, Welcome to the Machine and Have a Cigar, is purely a scathing commentary on the music industry as a whole. Like, everything from the sleazy executives to, like, the constant need to put out, like, one hit, like, number 1 tracks that, like, always top the charts every fucking year.
Right, yeah.
And then we get to the track Wish You Were Here, which is just all about Roger Waters' disconnect from, like, friends and family and whatnot. Mm-hmm. However, it could also be seen as, like, another soft tribute to Sid Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's just a gorgeous album. And it also topped the charts, too. Near Dark Side of the Moon. The fact that you can have 2 albums in that quick of a span of time and they still reach both number 1. That's insane.
Yeah, dude. It's
it's unheard of.
It is, man. It's crazy. Good. They're fucking artists, man. It's like, that's the thing.
Yeah, but
true artists.
Tell me more of your thoughts on the music, because you listened to the whole album recently. Tell me if I'm not too far off.
Yeah, the record's really cool, man. It was like Shine on You Crazy Diamond. If you think of all the parts together, is like a 30-minute song.
Yeah.
So the other 3 tracks on the record make up the rest of it, like making it up to about 47 minutes. But it feels so much like you feel so lost in it. It doesn't feel that long, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was dope.
Yeah. And honestly, I've also been listening to like cursed covers of like, random songs that you never thought would actually work in a totally different genre style, and fuck me, there are some bangers actually. There really are.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like some guy took the instrumental from Mr. Brightside by the Killers.
Uh-huh.
And had the lyrics from Helena by My Chemical Romance put over it.
Oh, shit.
It actually weirdly worked. I don't know how or why, but it fucking worked.
That's kind of nuts, dude. That's kind of nuts.
He didn't release the whole song, but like he released a bit that he shared on a reel on Instagram, and fuck me, it fucking slaps. Like, I want the full version. I want to buy it on iTunes because it fucking slaps so hard.
Absolutely, dude. Hell yeah.
But one I was not expecting was Foo Fighters' Everlong, the most famous song by Foo Fighters ever, but done in the style of Deftones.
Oh, shit.
It fucking goes hard, man. I was bricked the fuck up, man. I was harder than the Statue of Liberty, bro.
Nah, bet, dude. That's real.
Listening to Deftones is alright, but listening to Deftones with a boner is a next level, experience.
That is the only way you need to experience the Deftones, dude. Should be rock hard. Way. You should be stroking your shit, lotion on your dick, just like listening to some fucking Deftones, man.
I got lotion on my dick, I'm stroking my shit, I'm a fucking freak, man. I'm listening to the Deftones. Gina Marino will be proud. He
would be. Yeah, we were talking the other night about who is the fucking guitarist. Shit. Hold on. Dave Mustaine. Yeah, Dave Mustaine. The fucking like guitarist for like Megadeth, dude. Like, We were talking about like if we'd fuck him or not, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I would. Sorry, Dave, but like,
Well, now I gotta look up a picture later because you put that thought in my mind, bro. Like, why you gotta do that?
I don't know. It was a conversation that came up the other night. We were just talking about it. We were just talking.
I mean, if he's talented, I probably would, but
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't listen to a whole lot of Megadeth. That's my problem.
I haven't. I can't list a song I listen to, but like I just looks alone. I wouldn't fuck him. I'm sorry. Maybe if he were younger, in his younger days he looked good. Nowadays, not so much.
I mean, I'll tell you what, brother. Fucking James Hetfield of Metallica has aged like fine wine, alcoholism aside.
I would fuck the shit out of him, absolutely, dude.
Oh, 100%. His fucking vocals, man. That's another thing, too. Some curse covers I've seen where it's like, they take like random songs and have like AI generate James Hetfield's voice singing the song. And it fucking slaps for so many of them. It's so fucking weird.
That's kind of sick. It's
Yeah.
kind of fucking sick.
Like, I'm trying to name one that I saw recently. Every Time We Kiss, but with James Hetfield singing. Like, it was so fucking weird, but it was so fucking good.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I love those. I love those. I see these TikToks sometimes of these like AI generated like these SpongeBob characters like doing like raps,
Yeah.
which is insane to me. And some of them are like really good. They're fucking awesome.
What was one that I saw? It was fucking, what was it? It was Squidward, SpongeBob, and Mordecai from Regular Show singing
The show.
Golden Trio, I think the song was.
Golden Trio.
It was
Okay.
Golden Trio or Golden Hour. It was one of those two. But I never heard the song in my life, and then I hear this version. I'm like, well, fuck, that's like the better version just automatically. It's so fucking good. It has no right to be.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But no, I thought the king of, SpongeBob AI, cover songs was Man in the Box by Plankton and Mr. Krabs. But no, it was Careless Whisper, but done by Plankton and Patrick.
That sounds fucking sick.
Dude, it fucking goes hard. I'm just like, who the fuck broke their hearts? I want to fucking know right now.
Exactly, dude. It was Karen, and then I don't know, probably a sandwich for Patrick.
That was a jar of mayonnaise that broke his heart.
Not bet.
I was worried I was going to make you
That's
spit
real.
your drink out.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Oh, fuck!
No, neither is horseradish. Isn't that the line, I think?
I think it was the line, yeah. No, it's been so long since I've seen that show, man.
That was a great bit.
Yeah, I probably should get drunk and watch all the SpongeBob episodes. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd get stoned to watch them, but that might make it more fun.
No, I don't really smoke anymore. I just kind of drink, so
No, I bet.
yeah.
That's right.
It's kind of hard not to because we've collected such a incredible selection of tequila and mezcal.
A very eclectic liquor cabinet for sure. It's
100%.
it rivals many liquor cabinets. It's kind of crazy how much stock you guys have, but you never run out, so that's good.
That is true, and we can literally make just about anything too.
That's good, man. It's variety. It's versatility. You know.
Although I have made like the most killer Dark and Stormy recently. You know that cocktail?
Yeah, I know that. That's the rum one, right?
That's the rum one with ginger beer and 2 squeezed lime wedges dropped into the glass.
Sweet.
I fucking just used the king of all rums I found, which is Smith & Cross Jamaican pot still rum. If none of y'all have had that, you gotta fucking drop everything you're doing right now. If you're old enough to drink it, preferably.
We don't support underage drinking on this
No.
podcast. Drink responsibly and of age.
Exactly. If you're 21 and up, drop everything you're doing right now and look for Smith & Cross Jamaican pot still rum. Comes in a clear bottle. The rum itself is like caramel brown and the labeling is blue. Like, it is very hard to miss.
That's a very fancy bottle. It sounds like, or
Oh.
flashy.
It's not that expensive, actually. Where I get it from, I get it for like $36 a bottle, and it is 57% alcohol, and it is the richest most flavorful rum I've ever had in my life.
It's some strong rum, dude. Like, gotta
It
be careful with
is.
cocktails with that.
It has fucking notes of like orange, coconut, hint of pineapple,
Oh,
pretty
wow.
solid notes of tobacco. Like it's insane how rich it is.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I fucking make that in a dark and stormy. It literally feels like like the Caribbean. Like yeah.
That's rad, man. Hell yeah.
I get all the fucking rich notes and it's so fucking good.
Yeah, I like good rum, man. There was this like when I was working there was this like rum at Trader Joe's called like Barbados sugarcane rum. So it was like it was
Ooh.
aged in sugarcane barrels, and so it was like really sweet. So you just needed like a Diet Coke with it to like make a Cuba Libre, and you were chilling.
Ooh. That does sound really fucking good actually. Shit.
It's very good.
Shit.
You could even just probably drink it straight on the rocks if you wanted.
I probably could actually. Yeah.
Straight or on the rocks. I mean.
Straight around the rocks. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it? I think I made the sluttiest blue Hawaiian I've ever done in my entire life. Actually,
Well,
once.
that's a slutty drink to begin with. It's like 3 shots usually. Is the one I make.
Oh, I might have one upped it. So I didn't use pineapple juice for this one. I used what was it? Pineapple rum.
Oh shit. Okay. So that ups it a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. So I used pineapple rum, coconut rum, the Malibu, blue curacao, and Barbados dark rum, and then just shook it and strained it.
Shit. Sounds pretty good.
Oh, it was so fucking good. It it was. Oh god! Now that I look back on it, that was just basically pure alcohol. Like.
Well, yeah, it was just a pure alcohol cocktail. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a fucking Tokyo tea I made, or a fucking Long Island iced tea.
Tokyo tea.
Oh yeah, Tokyo tea is just basically a Long Island iced tea, but you substitute the Coca-Cola for melon liqueur.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which is insanely sweet and vibrant green.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you're basically just drinking pure alcohol and ice at that point, but it goes down so good.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I haven't been. We were having a party last weekend. Me and my lady were having like a cryptids party. We were doing like this thing where like all of our coworkers come over, dressed up as like different like mythological creatures, like the New Jersey Devil, or I guess it's like local folklore would be right, or like the Fresno Nightcrawler, or Mothman, etc. And I was mostly just doing like tequila and a margarita mixer, a cheap mixer I got at Target, which I'm not. I mean, it was quick and easy. It's easier than like having to make a bunch of cocktails all at once. You just pour 2 things and stir. When you're serving a bunch of people.
Well, I find that even if you use cheap margarita mixer, like if you just have like Angostura bitters right by your side, or even the orange Angostura bitters, like it can really elevate the drink.
No, totally, yeah. Bet.
Yeah, I do a 2-to-1 ratio of like margarita mixer and tequila, usually
Mhm.
Blanco, and then a few dashes of orange bitters with that, and just
Okay,
stir
yeah.
with ice. Yeah.
For sure. Nice.
Sorry, my fucking sinuses are fucked.
Yeah, my shit's fucked up too. I've been coughing all night. That hasn't been catching on, has it? I've been muting appropriately.
No. It hasn't been catching on, and I've found out that apparently if I mute my microphone only, it's like you won't be able to hear my sneezes or coughs, but if I don't mute on the actual recording, program, it will catch everything I'm doing.
Oh, does it do the same for me?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You're just completely muted, so it's almost like just like suddenly the sound cuts out, and you're physically moving, and then suddenly the sound cuts back in.
Okay, bet. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
So you,
I don't want to spook our viewers here, or listeners.
no, even though it's the spooky season, we're not spooking our viewers just yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This tomorrow night, I think I'm gonna be watching Nightmare on Elm Street with my lady and her parents. We're doing like this weekly like Halloween movie night So I think like we're ending it with Halloween, the original Halloween movie.
Nice, smart.
That'll be sick because I've never seen it. So
yeah, and it is like the most cultural, like staple of like the slasher genre. So yeah,
one of the most, yeah, like
yeah.
Jason or like Freddy.
Yeah, I mean, I would say in terms of like the most famous that really like everyone recognizes. Yeah, definitely Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers. In terms of like influential films that really kind of had an impact on the whole genre, I'd say probably The Town That Dreaded Sundown, Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Texas was good.
Black Christmas, and then Halloween for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, all those films definitely had a whole influence on the home invasion slasher genre.
Yeah, it's really crazy. I think it's the thing that works about the genre, and I was hearing about this is like it it starts with these picturesque suburbans, right? And like
Suburbs, yeah.
suburbs. Thank you. And like it's very comforting for people. It's very nostalgic. But then like you have somebody invade that space and start killing and shit. That's what makes it uncomfortable.
Exactly, 100%. It's exactly that. And then as horror films evolved later and kind of realized like, well, how do we fucking up the ante? How do we make this like more terrifying? You get films like Hereditary coming out and be like, what if like the very idea of like family and just their home life in general can be turned upside fucking down and just you fear for your life. Like that was what they did, and they did it spectacularly. Like fucking Hereditary. I want to see it again because I know like after seeing the plot twist in the movie, it puts a whole new perspective on the movie. So it's you see everything differently.
It's crazy, dude. It's
Yeah.
that movie's nuts. That scared the fuck out of me the first time I watched it. Oh my god, Toni Collette, dude.
I know.
Phenomenal that movie. Holy shit, dude. She's terrifying at points.
She was terrifying, but I would definitely hit in a fucking heartbeat.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. She hella bad.
She hella bad. Fucking, have you seen the Yesified edits of her online? It's so fucking funny.
The what?
So, apparently, like people use like filters and whatnot to yesify people, like make them look like drop dead gorgeous, and like the version they did for her is like fucking crazy. I can see if I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll edit this in post. So
I'm aware of what Yosified is.
yeah. Oh my god, it's the first fucking thing that pops up, man. Get ready for some shit, bruh. Send it to you, bro.
What the hell? Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fucking funny. That's like...
You see what I mean? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Although I think the creepiest thing anyone's ever done online is like run their face through that old man filter, but do it like so many times to the point where like it is the most decrepit old man you've ever seen in your entire fucking life.
Yeah, no, for real.
Like it literally looks like a deep fried ball sack. Like
it certainly does. It certainly does.
Yeah. Like a deep fried ball sack that's insanely ashy at the same time. Like that shit needs some cocoa butter.
No, for real, dude. Some shea butter.
Get the shea butter. Come on.
Get the shea butter on this ball sack.
God, I think I have a meme somewhere in my catalog where it's like, I'm sorry, milady, I cannot indulge in sex tonight. I must, treat my rashes. Like, but honey, shh, darling, my ointments.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the equivalent.
Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, the news week has just been one topic focused.
Well, yeah, because
fun,
that's like the most focused thing right now. Like just another fucking war in the middle of another one. Not too far from each other, actually. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and honestly, before that, people were debating online whether or not Ron DeSantis is wearing fucking high-heeled boots.
I mean, it's a good question. It's a good question because he's a short motherfucker.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. Like if he's claiming to be like 5'9", I know that motherfucker's 5'7". All right, I know that.
Yeah,
for a
no,
fucking
absolutely,
fact.
dude. He tiny, bro. And
yeah, he tiny as fuck.
Okay, he's also just a fascist, so like fuck him. So who cares?
Yeah, and it's kind of ironic too because like he's doing all these things against like the transgender community when he himself is utilizing
From care.
exactly with his fucked up boots that make his feet look hella weird, and it's obvious that he's uncomfortable walking around.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
uncomfortable in everything. He just that weird half smile he does. It's like awful.
I know. It
I hate
still
that
bugs
shit.
me that like he looks so much like Homelander. It's fucking insane. Going
It
back to
is
the
kind
boys.
of nuts,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Oh god. That's another thing too. This show Gen V is like, oh, how do we one up the boys in some aspects? And they certainly do that with some certain scenes.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, like dicks exploding and shit. People growing and shrinking using throw up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, like using throw up to like shrink and grow?
Yeah, exactly. They lose mass, by doing that, by throwing up to like shrink, or then like eating to like grow big.
Oh, so they're binging and what the purging? What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole superpower revolved around an eating disorder when you really think
Hell
about
yeah,
it.
dude.
Oh, and then the main character has like hemokinesis.
What's him? Oh, is that like blood?
Yeah, basically blood bending. Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Oh, it starts off so fucking dark, and then you realize, okay, this power is kind of cool, but how you gain this power is not so fun.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked, but
It's yeah.
yeah, it is a good show though. It's a really
No, I
good
gotta
show.
check it out. I gotta check it out. I've been trying to also. Well, I haven't watched any JoJo this week. I've been a little disappointed.
Where you been
'Cause,
left off on Diamond's Unbreakable?
That's a good question. I'm trying to remember.
Did you get to where they
Check.
met Shigechi yet? The fucking little twerp in their same school.
That kid, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, his stand harvest.
I'm trying to remember. This week's been such a blur for me. Like things have just been happening. It's been crazy.
Did they win the lottery? Did you get to that part?
They win the lottery? Well, I guess I can't tell you. It's been so long since I've watched, and so much has happened. I do remember like, Koichi like upgraded his stand. They fought Chili Pepper.
Oh yes. Did they beat Chili Pepper?
They beat Chili Pepper. I remember that shit. Yeah.
Okay, good. It's getting to the real good parts.
And like Jonathan's back, and like he's reconnecting with Josuke. That's what's going on. Oh my
you
god.
mean Joseph?
Joseph's back, not Jonathan.
Yeah.
Jonathan's fucking dead as a doorknob.
Yeah, he fucking lost.
He lost his head, bro.
Yeah, he lost his body, and then like his body was taken over by a bisexual vampire. Like a lot has happened.
There's been a lot going on for Jonathan.
Yeah.
Post mortem. Yeah. Crazy.
It's weird to think that like this is one of the most stupid memes I ever saw online relating to this show, but it's dumb when you think that his beloved Arena Pendleton has definitely seen his penis, and so has a gay priest in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
It's just odd when you really think about it. Over the course of 100 years, too. It's like, yeah.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Does he make a comeback in Diamond is Unbreakable? I haven't seen him yet.
No. It's basically in part 6, which is technically part 5 in the anime, which is dumb. It's weird. But Stone Ocean, alright? Stone Ocean, the main villain, Enrico Pucci, is a priest who has had dealings with Dio back in the 80s and was given the secrets to obtaining something called heaven, which is basically fast forwarding time to the point where you see every possible outcome in your entire life and you can predict it and control it and master it.
A stand that can control time, dude?
I know, it's yeah, it's kind of a running thing in the entire series. Every single villain has some sort of power that can control time.
That's awesome. I love that shit.
Yeah, and it basically is just like another way to connect a major villain to Dio again, because they ran out of like creativity with a serial killer and a mob boss. So
yeah,
in between that time,
yeah, they did. Yeah,
but honestly, that's why I think part 4 is like so interesting because the villain is so fucking complex. Like, it's weird. It's hard to explain.
I haven't quite figured out who the villain is yet because they just keep running into stand users.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be a main villain that appears later, and you'll know him when you see him.
The Italian stand user was kind of crazy.
Mm.
That was
Oh
nuts.
yeah, Tony. Yeah,
You're really good at remembering this shit.
yeah.
Tony's. Yeah, Tony was like, I didn't really get his stand. Does he torture people but then cure them?
No, no, no. It seemed dark at first because his stand has a very violent means to actually curing, ailments. But its whole power is quite literally, it can cure any disease or ailment, based on the quality of one's cooking served.
Wow.
So because he's a master chef, everything he fucking cooks is incredible. And so his stand inhabits the food and then inhabits the person through the food and then, cures them of any, ailments.
Holy shit, man, that's crazy.
Apparently in the expanded universe of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they added some backstory to him in which he discovered that his stand can do this when he actually cured someone of cancer by serving them food.
Oh shit. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, his whole thing is just like, hey, you feel bad? Here's spaghetti and meatball.
You spaghetti meatball.
It'll make you feel better.
That's literally him, dude. That's hilarious.
Yeah. His fucking food looks so good too. I'm just like, god damn it! Like
The food did look bust.
the fucking lamb chops. God damn it! I really wanted a bite of those.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the show is fun so far, man. I like that show. It's crazy. I'm glad Joseph's back. He's like funny as like a really old man.
Yeah.
I feel they use him as the butt of the joke a lot.
A little bit, but I think it's understandable because at a certain point he does have to go senile because old age.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, it's inevitable.
And honestly, the most fucked up thing that someone pointed out is like, hey, wait, if Joseph's like a master hormone user, why didn't he like slow down his aging like Straight So did? And someone pointed out, it's like, well, what if he wanted to spend the rest of his life with Susie Q? Did you think about that?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh my heart. Why you
He
gotta
loves
do
his
this?
girl, man. Yeah,
Yeah, until he cheats on her with a fucking Japanese baddie. But yeah,
that's fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like also that Josuke gets mad whenever people make fun of his hair. I think that's funny as shit.
Oh, I think you got past that part why that happened. So apparently his origin story was he was saved by some individual with that exact haircut, and he's like, oh, this is like the symbol of like doing good things for innocent people. So I honor him by wearing his haircut.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why he's so pissed off at everyone who makes fun of his hair. It's almost like a disgrace against like the very essence
His
of
hero.
himself.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Interesting. I must have forgotten about that part.
Yeah, no, it was when he had a run-in with Rohan Kashibi. So
There's been a lot of stuff going on in the show. I can't keep up.
the fucking that's another thing too. Is like the author of the entire series, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You can tell that Rohan Kashibe is his self-write-in as himself as an anime character.
That's rad.
Yeah,
Love
because
to
he's
see it.
not only a professional manga artist, but his powers are exactly revolved around his manga art skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a sick episode. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, fucking Heaven's Door, very overpowered stand. And they even show it later in, like, other parts of the series. Like, it's actually insane.
Oh, shit. I'll have to keep watching.
But, no, I think in terms of, like, truly unique stands, like, fucking Part 5 has Sticky Fingers, and that is probably one of the most useful stands I've ever fucking seen in my life.
What's the stand do?
It literally creates pocket dimensions by opening up doorways, like, opening up a zipper. Like, it literally slaps a zipper into, say, the ground, opens up the zipper, and it's like a pocket dimension.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, you can store stuff there, either you, people, treasures you find.
Mm.
You could also use it as a means of transportation or even a means of disarming an individual, because it doesn't just limit to, opening doorways. It also, because it's a zipper, you can literally sever limbs from other people using it. without killing
Oh
them.
shit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can quite literally disarm a man by removing his hands using a zipper.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah. They even do that to one guy. They literally remove his head from his body using this thing. And he's still alive. They're just like, yeah, we're going to beat information out of you, and you can't do anything about it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that show's insane, dude. It truly is a bizarre adventure.
It truly is.
There's some odd. I like the con man. He was funny.
He was pretty funny. His fucking stand is very specific, though, so, like, he has to be very good at his game to actually, like, make it work.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great show. It's enjoyable. It's there's always wacky people doing stuff. I like the music references, like Red Hot Chili Pepper or like Shining, Crazy Diamond, or what's the other ones?
What is it? Oh, God. I'm trying to think of very specific ones that everyone will get. I mean, the only one I can think of is Koichi's Echoes, because that's also a Pink Floyd reference. The later parts, they have, like, kind of more references to artists that you definitely get. Like, in Part 5, they have, what is it? Aerosmith, so you obviously know. Then they have Sex Pistols. What else? They have Kraftwerk in reference to the German techno group. The main villain of that part, he has a stand called King Crimson.
King Crimson, hell yeah.
Yep, which I was surprised that they managed to reference that in fucking Pam and Tommy, out of all things. They had like a King Crimson song playing in like one of the most epic sequences ever.
That show was crazy. I watched the first 3 episodes tripping like on mushrooms. And rewatching them completely changed my perspective. I was like, whoa. I was definitely just high. And like this is crazy, but like I was also like it was super cool, man. That show was like nuts. And like it was funny, he was even like talking about the record when he like fucking broke it. It was like, bruh.
Yeah. It's like it's in Court of the Crimson King, it's an original print, and he snaps it. I'm just like I think I was the only one on the couch in our family watching that, and I was just like, that son of a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I was the only one that reacted strongly to that. Man, I was like, dude, you don't mess with an original print.
Not an original pressing, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, Jesus. Original pressing, that's what it is. But, yeah, no, dude, if you watch that show high, I imagine the talking penis bit must have been, like, surreal.
That was fucking hilarious, dude. Oh my god. I forget about that shit. That show was, dude, Sebastian Stan just lost himself in that character. Dude. He was fucking Tommy, dude.
He was Tommy Lee. Like, I was actually amazed at his transformation. Like, that was insane to me.
Nuts, dude. It was fucking, yeah. I never watched that show. That's a good show.
He went from Hot Tub Time Machine to then the Avengers to then this. Like, this, the man has range.
He was in Hot Tub Time Machine. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I need to watch that Pamela documentary on Netflix.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What was that one called again? Just Pamela?
I think just Pamela, probably. I don't know.
Okay.
You can just search it up and find it, probably.
Yeah. No, there's definitely some stuff I need to watch, too. Yeah, I still got my list of movies that I should get through at some point. And I think they added some new stuff to Netflix. I'm like, shit, now I gotta like comb through it and see what else is, there that I gotta see. Yeah,
see if there's any good television. I need to finish Midnight Mass and Ahsoka and a couple other TV shows. Yeah, it's just all.
So Midnight Mass is really like worth watching.
Well, it's supposed to be. I've only seen the first episode. I need to continue the series, but it was the same people who did The Haunting of Hill House, and that was sick. That show was fucking crazy.
Okay.
Definitely recommend that one.
Yeah, because I've heard. Some of our folks' friends were like recommending that to them. I think definitely our father. I don't know about our mom. Like she kind of just sits in like the wheelhouse of like crime shows and whatnot. So that might be a little harder to convince.
Yeah, horror shows maybe not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also in time for spooky season, so check it out, viewers, if you haven't. But on that note, I think it is time to clock out here.
I think it is.
Alright, this has been the 9 to 5 boys. We are clocking out. We will catch you guys next time.
Yes, and this episode will probably go up on late Saturday afternoon, probably, because I got a busy work day tomorrow, and then, so... With that, 9 to 5 boys out. Ka-chink.